What happens when one of Hollywood's most private couples suddenly goes viral because of a fake Jeopardy answer? Ryan Gosling didn't just promote his new movie this week. He did something fans almost never see from him. He publicly, playfully, and very intentionally shouted out Eva Mendes. And it only took 3 words to send the internet into a spiral. I love Eva. Simple.
Sweet.
But for a couple that's spent over a decade protecting their privacy, that tiny message felt huge. And the deeper you look at this moment, the more interesting it becomes. It started as a clever promo. Gosling appeared in a scripted Final Jeopardy segment to promote his upcoming sci-fi film project Hail Mary. The category? Injuries. The question referenced a historic ACL tear. The other contestants scribbled down the correct medical answer. Gosling paused, looked thoughtful, and instead of writing ACL he wrote, "What is IDK? I love Eva." That's it. Ken Jennings played along perfectly, joking that IDK could stand for internal derangement of the knee, and suddenly Gosling had doubled his fake winnings to $51,200. He barely spoke, just one surprised wow. Then the screen flashed. Believe in the Hail Mary. Cute marketing, right? But that wasn't the part people couldn't stop replaying. Ryan Gosling is famously private. He doesn't overshare. He rarely posts. He doesn't parade his relationship across red carpets. In fact, he and Eva Mendes have almost never walked major premieres together. For years, they've kept their daughters completely out of the spotlight. Even in interviews, Gosling tends to keep personal details minimal. When he does mention Eva, it's usually brief and respectful, never performative. So when someone like him publicly writes, "I love Eva" on a major promotional platform, it hits differently. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't dramatic. It was subtle. And because it was subtle, it felt real. But what happened next made fans even more invested. Eva didn't ignore it. She reposted the video on her Instagram with a playful caption. "Look, Ma. I made it to @Jeopardy winking face believe in the Hail Mary." That wink emoji? Fans noticed. For years, Mendes has mostly stepped away from acting, focusing on family and business ventures. But recently, she's been more active online, especially supporting Gosling's projects. She's been subtly promoting Project Hail Mary, reposting updates, and now directly engaging with this viral moment. And that's where speculation started. Because some fans believe this feels coordinated. Let's be clear, this was a promotional ad. The entire Jeopardy segment was scripted to market Project Hail Mary. The Hail Mary joke was built into the fake win. The tagline was carefully placed. But here's what makes it brilliant. It didn't feel like an ad. It felt like a boyfriend flexing his love. Hollywood marketing has evolved. Studios know audiences crave authenticity. And blending personal warmth into promotional content? That's marketing gold. Now, there's no evidence this was anything more than a sweet joke. But online, some fans are asking whether this signals a subtle shift in how Gosling and Mendes approach public life. Are they becoming slightly more open? Or is this just a one-time playful moment? Either way, it worked. Because suddenly everyone was talking about them. Ryan and Eva have been together since 2011. That's rare in Hollywood years. They met while filming The Place Beyond the Pines and quietly built a life together. No oversharing. No reality show energy. No public drama. They share 2 daughters and have consistently prioritized keeping them out of the spotlight. In past interviews, Gosling has hinted that meeting Eva changed his perspective on everything. He once suggested he didn't even think about having kids before her. And yet, despite that deep connection, they've always avoided being a look-at-us couple. Which is exactly why 3 simple words on a fake game show felt so powerful. But the timing adds another layer. Gosling is on a career high. After dominating pop culture with Barbie, he's pivoting into big-budget sci-fi with Project Hail Mary. He's trending again. Memes. Interviews. Viral clips. And Eva? She's slowly re-emerging online. Not necessarily returning to acting, at least not officially, but becoming more present in public conversations. Some fans speculate that this moment reflects a new chapter. A phase where they're still private, but slightly more playful with the spotlight. Of course, that's just speculation. There's no official statement suggesting a strategy shift. But perception matters. And right now, the perception is strong. This is one of Hollywood's healthiest couples. Social media exploded with green flag comments. TikTok edits label Gosling as the ultimate soft husband. Threads praised him for openly admiring his partner instead of distancing himself for brand reasons. In an era where celebrity relationships often implode publicly, audiences are craving something stable, something calm, something drama-free. And this tiny Jeopardy joke delivered exactly that. It wasn't scandalous. It wasn't messy. It was wholesome. And, ironically, that's what made it viral. But underneath this sweetness, there's a bigger lesson here. Hollywood usually trends when things fall apart. Breakups, feuds, scandals. But this week, a three-word love note stole headlines instead. Maybe that says something about what audiences want right now. Maybe after years of chaos in celebrity culture, people are drawn to consistency, to quiet loyalty, to partners who don't need spectacle to prove anything. Ryan Gosling didn't give a long speech. He didn't overshare. He didn't turn his relationship into a brand. He just wrote, "I love Eva." And somehow, that was enough to remind everyone that sometimes the smallest gestures create the loudest impact. Which makes you wonder, if one playful promo can dominate the internet for days, what other quiet Hollywood stories are waiting for their moment to go viral?